The state is one big step closer to putting a question on the 2020 ballot. Should Illinois do away with the flat tax?
It's Governor Pritzker's single biggest campaign pledge. He argues a progressive or graduated tax structure would help Illinois climb out of a fiscal hole. That plan passed the Senate today. Our Capitol Bureau Chief Mark Maxwell was there when it happened. He's live in our Capitol newsroom now. All right, Mark, the vote, maybe not surprisingly, split on party lines.
Jennifer, Republicans have said all along they oppose changing the state's income tax from a flat one to a progressive one because they fear that it could change down the line. Those rates could start to creep toward the middle class. But Democrats, they had more than enough votes to pass this over to the House, and now they can go to the voters and argue that Republicans voted against a tax cut for the middle class. Despite objections from Republicans,
the elimination of this flat tax provision, we believe, severely puts at risk raising taxes higher, and particularly on the middle class.
Senate Democrats prevailed, passing a plan to abolish the state's flat income tax.
If you're saying the flat tax is a good idea, you are protecting the uber rich, not the middle class.
The state constitution kept that flat tax locked in place since 1970.
People who argue to keep things exactly the way they are right now are those folks for whom way it is right now is working just fine for them.
Governor Pritzker pitched his plan at a business event.
There are people here I know who disagree with me about this proposal, and that's healthy in our democracy. But to be clear, doing nothing is not an option.
He explained the state's dire fiscal situation and argued people who have more disposable income should pitch in more to help balance the state's budget.
I believe it's wrong that I would pay the same tax rate as someone earning $100,000 or someone earning $30,000, which is why most states and the federal government use lower rates for lower earnings and higher rates for higher earnings.
Now the fight heads to the House, where the governor is already under personal attack from Republicans.
Governor Pritzker continues to tout this tax increase as a fair tax. I'm here to question what the man knows about fairness.
Representative Grant Worley hammering the governor's offshore accounts, property tax breaks, and questioning if the governor might support the Senate's proposed repeal of the estate tax, a break for the top 1%.
Are Springfield politicians to be trusted when we say this tax is fair and yet the governor dodges taxes at every opportunity he's given? The governor needs to get his own taxes in order before he comes to the fine people of Illinois asking for more of our hard-earned revenue.
Now this heads to Speaker Michael Madigan's House, where we will see where this all heads. Two other important pieces emerged from the Senate today. One would lower property taxes on the condition that the state paid enough money to fully meet the new education funding formula from 2017. The other, you heard it mentioned briefly there, Democrats voted to repeal the estate tax. You Republicans, who mostly used to support that plan, today voted against it. Jennifer?
Mark, thank you so much. Now, those new tax rates wouldn't kick in until 2021. You can see how much you would pay under the Senate's plan on our website, WCIA.com.